Got all my junk loaded up in the trunk to try to go get this Mustang running. So let's go up there and get after it, y'all. I got my emergency breakdown bag, which normally stays in the back of the Plymouth. I got, of course, the carburetor that we just cleaned up. I got the emergency breakdown kit that I normally keep in the CRV. It has a bunch of standards and metrics in there. That's probably overkill, but that stays in this vehicle, so I went ahead and dug it out from underneath the back. I got a gas jug. I got my gravity fed gas jug, so if the fuel pump's bad, we can just gravity feed that carburetor. Gloves, degreaser, cooler full of cold drinks, of course, camera equipment, grease rags. This should be enough to get us done so we don't have to make trips back and forth. The Mustang's up at my uncle's barn, which is about 5 minutes away from here. It's just a pain in the ass and inconvenient to have to stop in the middle of something and, oh, I forgot this, forgot that. So I try to think of everything ahead and throw it in the back of the car here. So let's go up there and get after it, y'all. All right, I kind of jumped ahead of y'all here. I had a few people hanging around spectating, so it was kind of hard to video with all them talking in the background, but a few little things I had to tidy up. The alternator was loose. It's got some kind of janky spacers made out of some lug nuts right there, you can see, but we got that tightened up. Might need to tighten the belt up a little bit more on it. As you can see, I got my gravity fed fuel jug up here. We'll set that up on the fender and let that feed down. And got the throttle linkage all hooked back up, return springs on it. Check the oil on it. Does have some type of coolant, mainly rusty water it looks like, so I lit it off real quick just to make sure it was going to fire and shut it off. So we hadn't got too far into it yet, but we will know it will crank. So now I'm just going to go through here and tighten up a few little odd and loose ends. Might pull a plug or two, check that. Might top off this water. I need to address that fusible link over at the starter relay. And bungee cord that fuel jug down, top it off with some fuel. And we'll let this thing run and heat cycle itself for the first time in about 18 years. Found some antique STP antifreeze. Hopefully this is antifreeze. Oh yeah, she's green. Ain't no telling what you're gonna find in my uncle's old barn. He don't throw nothing away, as you can tell by the looks of that jug. Go ahead and check the oil and transmission fluid while we're at it. Gas jug is roadkill approved, and I believe Derek's been in here working on the lightning cube because we got 2 black cables, but the red one is on, the red terminal is on the sad cable. So Derek at Vice Grip might have owned this at one time. When I first originally fired this thing off, it did seem like it had somewhat of an oil leak or something back here. It was smoking. But that could have just been a leak from years ago. I don't see any signs of wet. Let's pop off this distributor cap and see what these points might look like. Appears to be new points in there. Yeah, I believe somebody's replaced the points on this thing already. Caps looks like it's seen better days. It's been 18 years. I'm sure that this fuel pump, the diaphragm in it is dried up. So what I'm doing here is I've got the fuel line coming off the pump disconnected, and I'm just back feeding it with some WD-40, hoping to soften up that diaphragm. And we'll see when we get it running if we get any fluid coming out of this. It's definitely going to be old gas, but that'll tell us what kind of shape that fuel pump's in. Until then, we'll just feed it off that gravity jug. So I know it's pretty sketchy, but we got this gravity fed fuel system set up here on top of the fender. I'm gonna put just enough in there to let it run for a few minutes, hopefully. Little 1 gallon jug sits perfect right there on top of that fender. Gravity feed right down to that other block, so we should have a steady supply of fuel, and then we'll be able to see if the pump's gonna come back to life or not. Okay, I got all the fluids topped off. Well, the transmission fluid's actually a little bit low, but it's got 2 flat tires, so I don't think we're going to be driving it anywhere, especially with the brakes not working. But we got coolant topped off, got oil in it, it's got power steering fluid in it. Not that it needs that, just so we don't burn the pump up. It's got brake fluid in the master cylinder. We might try to break those free. It's manual drum brakes all the way around, so I don't got no hope for them. I think there's rust in the line, or wheel cylinders locked up or something. We'll figure that out later down the road. But got a temporary fuel system set up. Fluids are good. I'm gonna leave the radiator cap off so I can see if the water pump's flowing, and once we get some temperature in this thing, we'll cap it off. Hopefully it'll run long enough to do a heat cycle on it. So Well, I'm happy with what we got accomplished today. We had a little drama towards the end there, but that's nothing to really worry about. It's probably a stuck thermostat or a clogged up radiator, who knows. But we set out to get that old Mustang running. Hadn't been run in over 18 years, and we accomplished that. So if y'all like this kind of content, be sure to hit that like button. Drop me a comment down below. What do you want to see next? And like always, I appreciate y'all for watching, tuning in. Don't forget to do all the algorithm stuff. Hit that notification bell, and we will see y'all in the next one. Thanks, y'all.